Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Runs over it. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He finds his man Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there out of the running game. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Flush to his right. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Fields now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. From the 41, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A first down throw for Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 17, Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
They'll throw again. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap, Fields. Buying time to his left. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, they try to shuffle pass, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter. Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone. Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Left side, Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and all the plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag. And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Tariq Cohen, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend. I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. A give to Elliott running left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is incomplete. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary. Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And boy, he did all he could, but he's going to finally be stopped a couple yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. 7 yards, the pick up there. From just shy of midfield, Fields. Complete. Jefferson the target. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Open space inside the 10. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson from 21 yards away. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Then he finds Beasley, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott being chased out left. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So that challenge, a successful one. First down, Prescott. And it will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Now he's flushed out right, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard short. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On 2nd and 9, Fields flushed out right, and this is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That's caught left side by Judy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. A big play there for Minnesota.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to the fullback hand. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Fields throwing again. Flush to his right. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now an option play on second down. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Westbrook now on the return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On first down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Dancing to his left. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Cohen gets it again on second. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. There the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Fields. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.